Focus is everything because it will help you see what others do not see. Remember Archax? This article is titled Digital Asset Exchange Archax Acquires Spanish Broker. This almost slipped by me now, but I caught it. And I want to know everything that's going on with Archax because Archax is tied, I believe it's tied to, isn't it tied to Ripple when it comes to real world asset tokenization? That's major. That's huge. This is what it says. And then we'll make the connection. Oh, everything's coming together. Then I have something else where if you look at it, you see these connections. Why are they like that? We're going to get to that in a moment. Don't worry about it. UK regulated digital asset exchange and custodian Archax has acquired Spanish broker King & Shaxton Capital Markets, which was formed in 2019 subject to regulatory approvals. This allows Archax to extend its footprint into Europe as a regulated brokerage, multilateral trading facility, and custodian. It also plans to add crypto derivatives. How this affects this partnership that they had with Ripple, we shall see. Then also, remember, they expanded their partnership. What does that entail? Archax initially started by focusing on providing the digital securities marketplace, but quickly expanded into a cryptocurrency exchange. I think we're going to see a lot of expansions in the future. I think you're going to see that a lot with Ripple. We already saw them when they were beginning to acquire a lot of these different things, like the other one where it was a custody service, which is going to be huge. Crypto custody is going to be huge. Remember, you're custodying these things, taking it from people. They're transporting it to you, sending it to you, however you say that. Then you're sending it back. Then what else are you doing with that? While you're custodying their things, are you going to allow them to delegate? Are you going to allow them to stake? This could be big. Now, that's not the reason I say it's going to be big, but I say that because all the banks, have you been reading the bank statements lately? Not the bank statements like their financials, but like what they're saying. They've all been saying, oh, custody. All they just keep talking about RWA and custody. Am I wrong? All right, so custody is going to be huge. They're on it. You have to pay attention to things. I mean, you don't have to, but I believe that the wise should pay attention to things like that. But anyways, it continues on here. Quote, the Archax strategy has always been to expand its regulatory footprint globally, with the EU region being of prime importance for us post-Brexit. This acquisition, sorry, I'm pausing a little bit because I have thoughts I wanted to say, but I just paused because then I decided not to say it. This acquisition expands and enhances our access to permissions within the EU region, building on those we hold with the FCA in the UK, unquote, said Graham Rodford, CEO and co-founder of Archax. Once again, I want to just clarify that relationship with Ripple. Archax could be a major part of that RWA coming to Ripple. Not to mention Ripple just outright wants real world asset tokenization to flood the XRPL just directly from products they're going to be offering. But remember, this is on Archax.com. Ripple collaborates with Archax to bring hundreds of millions of dollars. We know that's a lie. And a lie in a way where they're underselling how much? Wait, hundreds of millions of dollars of tokenized real world assets to XRP Ledger. Listen, they're downplaying the number. Listen to BlackRock. What is BlackRock telling you about RWA? This goes way beyond hundreds of millions of dollars. This goes beyond billions of dollars. RWA goes beyond billions of dollars if everything is going to be tokenized. Everything. Commodities, T-bills, bonds. Everything is going to be tokenized. How much value are we talking? Don't let these companies fool you. Manipulation is the name of the game, folks, when it comes to these people. I'm telling you right now, they like that power. They like to be able to control prices going up, going down. All these markets have been manipulated. You see all that big stuff that came out of, oh, the stock market is manipulated and all these people coming out of that. It's too late now. It's too late for all of that. But we've known that behind the scenes. These people, they manipulate it directly. They manipulate it through the media. Don't let them manipulate you. If you choose to do something, do it. If you choose to walk away, you chose to walk away. But make sure whatever you do, it's your choice. So they'll put little numbers out here like this, and you'll think, a lot of people, I've heard this from a lot of people, oh, RWA is a much, couple hundreds of million. No, are you serious? All these companies wouldn't be going so hard for it. You got central banks pushing hard for RWA. You got BlackRock pushing hard for RWA. You got DOT companies pushing hard for RWA. That's because it's going to change businesses. It's going to change lives. That's a fact. This is the big game. And you hear them talking about this more than intrabank payments. Interbank payments and B2B. And interbank payments and B2B is huge, folks. That's why everybody wants in on it. Remember way back when I told people, I said, if these companies want to survive, they'll all have to become bank coins. Those videos are still up. I said that years ago. And some people scoffed at that. That's okay by me. Don't matter to me. I'm going to continue to walk forward. I've always been that way. I'm going to continue to lead, walk forward. You follow, you don't. But I'm going to continue to walk forward. I know what I know. I believe it. I'm not afraid to be wrong, but I know it's going to be a high possibility I'm correct. And what happened? You had companies become bank coins. Way back then, they weren't bank coins. Chainlink wasn't a bank coin. They are now. Solana wasn't a bank coin. Seems like they said they wanted to get in line with the banks now. Got heavy with the banks. Way back when Hedera had a few banks, it was like, oh, bank coin. Okay, yeah, sure. Then they went heavy with the banks. If they want to survive, they're going to have to get tied up in this new financial system. I told you. This is huge, period. Big money stuff. So now let's move on here. There's so much going on and it's heating up and the people aren't peeping this. Oh, the numbers on the jobs report was down. I told you they manipulated the numbers. Didn't I tell you that? I'm not playing any games here. I might make it a little bit entertaining. But everything I'm saying is literally what I'm thinking. I believe it in my heart to be the truth. I could be wrong, but to me, these are based on the facts that I'm seeing. I told you those numbers were manipulated and need to be revised. Since last year, remember that? And then finally this year, they revised some numbers, and that's when they got exposed. Now that the election cycle's almost over, they don't have to play games anymore. They don't have to hide anymore. So all they did was just let the real numbers come out. Oh, 12,000 jobs. Right. Told you, those ghost job postings are not real. But the people were already told those numbers were fake. They were inflated. So then how does that move the markets? There's so many things that are, in my humble opinion, nonsensical. To the wise, it's nonsensical. But now, let's move on here because we have something else. I want to show you this other connection. There's a lot of things going on, and you can see things coming before they happen. You can see them building before they happen. This can be done throughout life. Digital asset exchanges from 6 Asian countries form alliance. What countries do you think they are? Let's see. Singapore. Well, I don't want to say countries, but let's see where they're from. Let me just phrase it that way. So Singapore, Ripple has deep connections with the monetary authority of Singapore. Japan. We all know multitude of businesses in Japan want XRP, and beyond those businesses, SBI wants Japan to run on XRP, and they have major pull. So XRP has huge, deep roots in Japan. Wait a minute. So you have already, who do we already list? Singapore, XRP is there. Japan, XRP's presence is felt there. Wait a minute. What's another one here? We'll take one more as an example. It says the host in Korea is the Busan Digital Asset Exchange. Korea. We have huge presence in South Korea to the point where at one point, if you look this up on Google, if you haven't seen this, I know we got a lot of new people. We get new people all the time. We lose some people. We gain some people. That's just life. Life is an inflow, outflow, cycle. That's just natural. But we get a lot of new people in. But if you look this up, at one point they said XRP was South Korea's favorite cryptocurrency. So then we have big roots in South Korea. Wait a minute. So you mean all of these places with these deep clear, well publicized, deep XRP connections are all coming together. Interesting. Now, they don't say anything about XRP in this. They don't need to. Because right now I'm just building. See, I'm seeing something happen here. And if they're going to come together, wait, what did they come together for? Wait a minute. See, this is real detective work. Sometimes it leads somewhere, sometimes it doesn't, folks. This is, if you want to be a researcher, that's how it is. You got to get on the trail of the evidence and you got to track it down. You can't wait for other people to do it for you. A lot of times it leads somewhere, I'm telling you. Trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Wait. Digital asset exchanges from 6 Asian countries form alliance, but it's only 6 of them. That means that even within their region, they will be siloed, which means they will need a connector piece to interact with the rest of the world, which is all going to have different regulations, which are all going to have different customized systems. How do they do that? I don't know. Is there a company they may all be linked with? Is there an asset they all may have worked with, or they all may love? Some of them love it. XRP, Ripple, yes. Ripple and XRP are in all of them. So then I ask myself the question, wait a minute. All of these Ripple, XRP heavy countries coming together. Is there the possibility that this alliance at some point in the future, possibility, folks, we can think about possibility. Some people take such umbrage to thinking about the future and possibilities. But you should not. This is how discoveries are made. It's how money is made. It's how the world is built. Someone must dream of an airplane first. It happens in the mind first. Everything is conceived in the mind first. Discoveries happen in the mind first. 6 of them. And they need a connector piece. Is there a possibility that they could use Ripple and XRP, which has been building infrastructures in all these countries, especially with the Monetary Authority of Singapore and in Korea and Japan, that system could bring everything together? I think there is. Yes, I do. I think a lot of these, what we're witnessing right now, are mechanisms of the new financial system. I do. Even if I stand alone on it, look, all this coming together. This is unbelievable. Archax has something going on. These Japan, Korea, and Singapore, they're just a few, have something going on. The BIS has something going on. And all of these things lean in favor of the new financial system led by XRP. Make no mistake about it. You tell me. You tell me. I mean, some of you think differently. I respect that. That's the difference. See, I can respect other people's thoughts. I'm going to take that and I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to read it. And I'm going to say to myself, is there anything I could learn from that? While other people will say, when I put my thoughts out there, they probably won't listen and just discount it. That's on them. But wisdom listens. Wisdom knows how to close his mouth and listen and open your ears. I do that all the time. I know that learning is ongoing to mastery. The path to mastery is ongoing. It could take decades to master something, become a master, to become filled with wisdom, to reach that wisdom level. It could take decades. There is no, I'm too old. It doesn't work that way. When it comes to the mind is ever expanding. It's just how far you want to go. Let's go here. Wait a minute. We have more hot crypto news. I'm gonna give you all this heat today. Why not? Stay motivated, people. Stay fired up. We have much more to conquer in life. Much more to conquer. We have much more great things to do. Period. I don't care what nobody says to you. We haven't reached our potential yet. No, we haven't. No, there's always a new level. I'm sorry. You got on this alpha neme train. We're going to another level. We're going to just in life. I want your mind like glowing like the sun. Your soul, your spirit. If you believe in that, I want it glowing like the sun. I want you going to a higher level. I'm dead serious. Don't waste this life. Don't you do it. Don't waste this life. You have great potential right now. Doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It don't matter. You have great potential right now. I've seen it. This article here is titled AI Sets Date When Bitcoin Will Hit $100,000. Let's go, Bitcoin. Let's go. There's no time to waste. There's no life to waste. Let's get it going. With Bitcoin failing to hold above $70,000 mark, market attention remains on whether the flagship cryptocurrency can reach the highly anticipated $100,000 all-time high. Get out of here. Stop it. Foolishness. Of course it can reach 100,000. In my humble opinion, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. I only speak for alpha name. That's it. Of course it can reach $100,000. Now, what the question should be is, can it reach it soon or later? But inevitably, there's too much bullishness behind not only Bitcoin, but all of those top utility coins. A little bit of volatility, that don't shake us up. It doesn't at all. Because we're wise enough to know this happens all the time. This is just another day in crypto. Notably, Bitcoin's recent rally was initially seen as a trigger for a six-figure valuation. Now, an artificial intelligence tool, there's so many of them, has offered insights into when it might hit this milestone. I still like to read it. It's interesting. Doesn't mean you have to believe it. Doesn't mean you have to take it serious, or you could. It's up to you. But it's interesting nonetheless. Could contain some good information. Bitcoin is consolidating below $70,000, trading at $69,590 as of press time. Over the past 24 hours, it has gained 0.20% on the weekly chart. It is almost up 4%. All right, tell me about the $100,000. That's what I'm here for. 4 insights on when. Thank you. About time. Bitcoin might reach $100,000. Finn Bold consulted OpenAI's ChatGPT 4.0, I guess that's what it is. According to the AI platform, Bitcoin's path to $100,000 will likely be influenced by several factors, including the impact of the 2024 halving, support from institutional investors, and macroeconomic conditions like interest rates and inflation, which now the Fed looks like they're gearing up for another rate cut, but we shall see how much they do. According to the tool, Bitcoin's price could be volatile due to unexpected economic, regulatory, and market events. Shouldn't have been that unexpected. It really shouldn't have. I told you. Based on these factors, ChatGPT 4.0 predicted that Bitcoin could hit $100,000 by mid to late 2025, which, listen, when you're using AI, what it looks like a lot of them are doing is they're searching a number of websites, congealing all that information together, adding it all together, and giving you the average of what it is deducing to be the average sentiment amongst the community. It's not really like AI is making a decision. It's just using all the information like it's an equation and then giving you the average. That's what it looks like, right? It's it searched 35 websites, right? So it took other people's thoughts and words and congealed it together and gave you the average. That's what it's looking like. So that means, in my opinion, when I'm looking at this, a lot of people believe it's going to hit $100,000 in that time frame. And I'll tell you what, we've read a lot of articles on this page, on this channel, where a lot of people have voiced that opinion that Bitcoin could reach $100,000 in that time frame. Is it a guarantee? No, nobody has a crystal ball. We don't know. We're just giving our opinion, but I think that could be a reasonable time frame. Sure, yes. It could go a little higher as well. I'll say that. The catalysts are there. It's just a matter of seeing if the catalysts fire Bitcoin up enough to actually make it there. So now let's move on here. We got a little bit of, I believe, Solana news. See how much time do we have left on the video. All right, so Finn Bold strikes again. The other article for the AI prediction was Finn Bold. This next one is also Finn Bold. They're in love with AI today. But we're going to read it anyway because I thought this would be interesting. I haven't seen AI predictions in a while. The world really cooled off on AI for a while. They were hot on it for a minute. It always happens like that. Everybody falls in love with something. It's all the rage, and then it cools off, and you don't hear about it too much. So I'm interested to see what AI is saying right now. So this article is titled AI Predicts Solana Price for Year End. I'm super bullish on Solana, but let's see what they have to say here. Let's skip all this little verbiage here. Let's see if we can go down and just get straight to the actual prediction. Where do they talk about the price? Come on now. Why do they do this? They always mix it all up. I might as well just read it. As the broader crypto market consolidates, following a sharp rally from early October lows, Solana has emerged as a standout performer, outpacing major cryptocurrencies with a 17% monthly gain compared to Bitcoin's 13%. Solana's impressive price surge has been fueled by increased network activity, particularly due to the recent meme coin boom and a renewed wave of institutional investment in Solana native blockchain applications. Yeah, also the news. It's always been super bullish, especially as of late, as you've seen a lot of article writers talking about how many big institutions are interested in using Solana. When people hear that, they think money, 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 and so they start wanting a little piece of it. Currently, Solana is trading around a critical support level of $160. I don't know what it is at the time of this video. Once it's going to be released, it's going to be later, obviously. And crypto markets change dramatically in a few hours. I'll be releasing this I do this early. The video gets released at 8 p.m. So by the time it hits 8 p.m., I don't know what the heck the price is going to be. Right. So some people think that you record a video and literally release it as soon as you finish recording it. That's not my way. That's not how I do it. It says having pulled back from recent highs of $183. That's also why sometimes when hot news comes out, my video can't cover it at that time when it comes out. It comes out 7:30, 7 o'clock, 6:30. My video was already recorded earlier in the day. So if hot news comes out later, there's nothing I could do about that. And cover it the next day if I can. It says, this level is significant as a failure to hold above it could prompt a deeper correction, leading investors to question whether Sol can still push toward fresh highs by year end. I don't care about year end. You want to be honest? I'm a long-term believer in Solana. I've seen enough. I told you I was watching it for a long time, right? And then once I went heavy with Solana, at that time I knew long-term it was bullish. So when the true bull run pops off, I'm expecting Solana to be one of those that just explodes and goes crazy. And I'm not married to Solana either. If it goes to a place that I think is delicious, Solana could get sold. It's not, I like Solana. I'm super bullish on it, but it's not like I don't have feelings for Solana. I hate to say even feelings, right? You got to be careful with using that word. I don't mean emotional feelings but I'm not bullish on Solana the way I'm bullish on, let's say, XRP, Quant, Flare, long-term. Let me clarify that. Super bullish short term and could be super bullish into the future, but it's not one that I feel like I'm married to. Not at all. Like Bitcoin, I'm not married to Bitcoin. Solana, I'm not married to Solana. Chainlink, I'm not married to Chainlink, although I think that they're all bullish and long into the future for sure. So anyway, in Q3 2024, Solana native applications attracted $173 million across 29 dApps, marking a 54% rise from the previous quarter and the highest investment level since Q2 2022, according to a recent Masari report. All right, so and then they go into a lot of these big companies that are using Solana. But where's the prediction? Tell me, what is your prediction? Come on now. Oh, okay, here we go. Factoring in these elements, AI-driven projections suggest a more conservative yet positive target range of $180 to $190 by the end of 2024. Do you agree with that? So Solana's robust growth in institutional investment and user engagement DeFi activity has positioned it as a formidable player in the digital asset space. How do you feel about Solana? You people out there, let me know. You're very intelligent. I appreciate you being here. Now, Cardano. We're going to end off. Let's see how. Okay, we have a little bit time for one more article, which means we're going to miss 3 articles. I may post that for the members only section. This article is titled Major Cardano Upgrade is Set to Ship. I don't like when crypto companies use the word ship. Like ship just has this like physicality attached to it, in my opinion. It's like you're not shipping anything. Just launch it. You're better off saying launch. And then when I hear ship, I don't know. It has a negative energy to me because of Flare. I'm going to be real honest with you. It has a negative energy to it because of Flare. Flare is like, we ship everything. It's like, what did you ship? Like, are you good? When are F assets coming out? Because you like, don't tell me one thing if you're going to do another. Like, if you don't know when it's going to happen, don't tell me it's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. Just tell me the truth. Hey, we don't know when it's coming out. That's okay. So when I think ship everything. I think Flare. I think F assets. I think about how many times F assets got pushed back. And I'm just like, it doesn't make me feel too great. Can I not? You don't want me to? I'm being honest, right? I still think Flare is super bullish. No doubt about it. But I'm just saying, when I think of ship, I think of that, right? So now, and it doesn't change the nature of F assets. It doesn't. That F assets will hit hard when it hits Songbird. And then when it hits Flare, it should hit hard. It definitely should. Depending on how Flare plays it, right? It's up to Flare. So now we'll see. Anyway, this article here is titled Cardano Upgrade is Set to Ship. Cardano has released the first mainnet node capable of passing the chain to inter-era hard fork. This new update, dubbed Cardano Node 10.11, contains several improvements to the government governance system, including support for stake pool operators, delegation to predefined voting options, and auto abstain derep votes. They're doing a lot on Cardano. I told you, and it's very interesting. I like a bullish leader, and Charles Hoskinson said that one day some country will run on Cardano. Of course, how can you say that, Mr. Hoskinson? He must have spoken to somebody in order to say something like that, or else he's just super bold. I mean, but I like that confidence, right? According to an X post by Intersect, Cardano noted that the new update is taking the layer 1 blockchain out of the technical bootstrapping phase and into full on-chain governance. This is a follow-up of the Chang hard fork upgrade designed to push Cardano into full decentralized governance. Cardano is super bullish into the future. That's how I feel. They're doing a great job over there right now. I'm very impressed with what they have done this year. Just my humble opinion. All right. So now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.